Alright, so you can adjust the black right here to add more blacks. Very important. The black should be black enough to see slightly details of the texture inside it, but not so black that they're pitch black, you don't see anything, and it shouldn't be gray. Okay, so you have the brightness of the picture, the overall brightness, the contrast as usual. All right, the clarity, is it clear or not? You know, you can see how it's cleaning up a little bit right there and make it clearer. You have the vibrance of the color of your object. It's pretty useful. All right, and the saturation of your object right here. Now, I'm going to tell you why I never use that. And you have all the tools that you have, and you'll go through that. You know, that can check stuff and change your picture big time on the fly, as you can see. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing why I never use that. Why do you think I never use that? It's very simple. You can't come back after you did that. After you click done, it's gonna adjust all those parameters of your picture, all right? And that's it. Now, if you don't like it, let me open it up in Photoshop. All right? If you don't like it, all right, you will be stuck with it, all right? So now, that's the reason I don't like to do that. And I'll tell you open the image. Because you're stuck with it, and that's not how the way I like to work. Okay, the way I like to work is a little different. Let me bring it right here so we can see really everything that I'm gonna do. All right, is that I like to create new layers. All right, and that I call adjustment layers. And the reason I do that, it's because adjustment layers let you, just like they say, adjust layers after you made them. Yes, you can come back to it. You don't have to undo things. It is the most powerful tool you can use. So, but the first thing I do when I do any adjustment, let me close that. All right, when I do any adjustment is that I go right here, double click on that, and make it a real layers. Background layers do not have the same properties as regular layers, and you cannot do whatever that you want using filters on it. Certain filters do not apply to background layers, and certain tools do not apply to background layers. So because of that, I always delete that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, let's say I want to adjust the pictures. It doesn't look too bad actually, but let's say I want to adjust it. I go to layers and I'm going to do what I call a layer adjustment. All the tools you just saw in the bridge are here in reality. Okay? But here they are applied as a layer, which can be readjusted or deleted or moved up and down if you need to, or use a special blending mode if you need to. So we're gonna start the way I work, you know, and I always work, you guys. First is the leveling. The leveling will let you level the black and white. It is very important to do that. This is the first thing you do, and this is the last thing you do. Why? Because if you have multiple pictures, they need to be baseline to the same black and white so they fit properly. Okay, it's a movie trick actually, and a photo trick. Okay, so you adjust it by moving the black right here, blacker, and the white one to make it a little wider right there. In the middle, you go to the black, it gets wider, and you go to the white, it gets blacker. It's just the distance is bigger, that's why. All right, that's how it works. Make sure you adjust it properly. You see that's too dark now, we can't see the reflect. Right here, it looks okay. All right, so now that's the first one. Now after that, you have other layers. Okay, usually after that, what I do is you get the contrast and brightness right here. Okay, you can increase that right here a little bit if you need to. Remember, you know, not too much. Don't give me the CIS TV show, you know, where they increase everything so much that after a while I can't even watch it. All right. Now after that, you guys, you have the curves and exposures. The exposure right here, we can change your exposures up and down. All right. I don't use that much so much because that one so much because hey, you shouldn't mess up when you take your pictures anyway. All right. See, as you can see now, I can delete my actual thing. And the really cool stuff with that is that if I want to make just one part of that car different and not the rest, I just make a selection wherever I want to do that. You know, I go in, I say layer, adjustment layers, and I go to let's say right levels, and I can change that right here. I will see you in the next video. You see what I'm talking about? I will see you, and that can be adjusted. I can adjust the mask after that if I want to. All right, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the main reasons. I'll see you in the next video.